Transform your hair with hair growth products by 12 tribes on Earth. Experience natural, powerful ingredients that promote thicker, longer, and healthier hair. Say goodbye to thinning and hello to confidence. Hair growth oil, shampoo, spray, and butter by 12 tribes on Earth, because your hair deserves the best. Just look for the links in the comments section.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Biden was found guilty on all gun charges. These are federal charges. And what got him in trouble? He had a gun while he was under the influence of drugs. Now, can you imagine that? His father, who came out with that crime bill for the black community, his son has turned out to be his biggest nightmare when it comes down to drugs. So he puts out a crime bill and his son is a big crackhead. Go figure. So I have a video that I want you to watch, and I'll be right back with the rest of my commentary.
With how he got it over the last week or so, the jury heard testimony about Hunter's drug use, including from his former girlfriend and brother's widow, Hallie Biden, who recalled throwing the gun at the center of Hunter's case in a trash can in a grocery store near the Hunter Biden's home. He is the president's only surviving son and the first adult child of a sitting U.S. president to face criminal charges. The president has already said he would not pardon his son if he is convicted. I want to go to Laura Jarrett right now as we await the verdict. Laura, this was a pretty straightforward case lasting only 7 days.
That's right, Lester. And the jury only deliberating really roughly 3 hours, just 1 hour yesterday and just a couple hours this morning. We're standing by for our reporters at the courthouse. I believe we do have a verdict from Ryan Nobles there at the courthouse, Lester.
Yeah, let's go to Ryan right now.
Yeah, that's right, Lester and Laura. We just received this verdict from our reporters inside the courtroom. On count 1, the verdict is guilty. On count 2, the verdict in the Hunter Biden criminal case is guilty. And on count 3, the verdict is guilty. So on all 3 counts, Hunter Biden, the president's son, is found guilty after about 3 hours of deliberation by this jury. He is the first child of a sitting United States president to be found guilty in a criminal case. This probably does not come as a surprise given the length of time that the jury was deliberating and the volume of evidence that these jurors heard, over 6 days worth of testimony. But the verdict here in Wilmington, Delaware, is Hunter Biden found guilty on all 3 counts in this federal criminal trial. Lester.
And Ryan, I'm going to want to walk through those counts with you in a moment, but I think the question on a lot of minds right now hearing this verdict, what is the potential sentence at stake here?
So over the course of all 3 of these different charges, there are different maximum sentences that Hunter Biden could be sentenced to. In 2 of the charges, there is a maximum sentence of 10 years. In one of the other charges, it is a maximum sentence of 5 years. It is unlikely that he will get the maximum sentence on these 3 counts. The judge will have some discretion in terms of sentencing, and it is very likely that he will receive a much reduced sentence given the fact that he is a first-time offender. It's unclear just how long that sentence may be, or if there's even the possibility that there will be jail time at all. That is certainly under the discretion of the judge. But there are 3 separate counts here. They each have 3 different maximum sentences, 2 of them 10 years, 1 of them 5 years. There's also a question of whether or not they would be served consecutively or concurrently. But the chances that he would serve more than a decade in prison are very unlikely. The judge will have that discretion. And given the fact that he is a first-time offender, that's something that we are still waiting to learn exactly how long he may face in jail, if he faces any time at all.
Okay, so you heard Hunter Biden was found guilty on all gun charges. That privilege is not looking so strong these days, is it? So Hunter Biden, he had his trial. It was in Delaware, and he was found guilty on all charges. They said the maximum in prison, which he will never get because he is a white male and the son of the president, he's never going to get the maximum. Okay, it's never going to happen. Hunter faces a maximum of 25 years in prison, but legal experts say because he's a first time offender, he's likely not to face jail time. Yeah, he's not going to get the black man treatment up in here. So they did not set a sentencing date as of yet. But a sitting president's son, this dude ain't going to jail. Y'all, it ain't going to jail. So Hunter was convicted by a jury, 3 counts related to purchase of a firearm back in 2018. So actually, Joe Biden was in court with him when he got his sentence. Him and the woman that you always see him with, that's his wife. So, they're trying to jerk on the sympathy of people. So many families who have had loved ones battle drug addiction understand the feeling of pride in seeing someone you love come out on the other side, and they're resilient and in recovery. Look, if Joe Biden was so sympathetic to drug addiction, he would never have come out with that crime bill. No, he did that because he wanted to make sure the black community was punished. And you can see first his crime bill, then the crack epidemic, where they deliberately came and dropped drugs in the black community. So if you were so concerned about drug addiction, none of those things should have happened. If, when it comes down to your son, a drug addict just needs help, well, why couldn't you see it that way when you put that crime bill out? You sure didn't see it that way then, did you? No, you wanted punishment. You wanted people to go to jail for years for their drug addiction. But for your son, oh, we need to look at these families and all these people that are battling drug addiction. You sure wasn't talking like that before. Just like it's day and night when it comes down to the crack epidemic. But as soon as the opioid epidemic happened and they were being impacted by it, all of a sudden it became a public health issue and nobody should go to jail. But when the crack epidemic was going on, oh, they are these drug addicts, they threw them in criminal court, and many are sitting in jail to this very day because of the 3 strikes you're out laws. They can never get out. And the only thing they were guilty of was being a drug addict. And if they were really genuine about that, they would let those people go. But you notice they're just saying their people should not go to jail. It's a public health issue. But the ones that are in there from the crack epidemic, they can continue to sit there and rot. That's why I don't respect your laws. And nobody should. You just make laws that are convenient for one group of people, and the other group of people, you don't care how it inconvenienced them. That's why nobody should respect your system. It just needs to disappear. It shouldn't exist. So, y'all, Hunter originally said he was not guilty. He was also charged in making a false statement in the purchase of a gun, making a false statement related to information required to be kept by a federally licensed gun dealer, and possession of a gun by a person that is an unlawful drug user. So, y'all, yes, Hunter is now a convicted felon, just like Donald Trump. But as far as the sentencing, a president's son ain't going to jail, y'all. Even if he is as wrong as 2 left feet, he ain't going to jail. But if those same charges were on a black man, oh, they wouldn't be able to slow down in trying to get him locked up real fast. And the fact that these folks are found guilty on these felonies and they get to walk out of court, that's privilege right there. That's privilege. But please tell me what you think about this verdict. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.